people, Prrrr is live. Like the video if you're enjoying the NBA content of Prrrr. Subscribe to the channel. Keep us on post notifications. So when we go live, you get notified. My name is Slimo. I'm in the studio with George and Teddy to do the NBA playoffs review, the finals preview. Now, the Denver Nuggets are on the quest for history. We know they've never won the NBA championship before, but on the quest for history, they are even creating more history. The duo, the deadly duo, Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, Charlie, they just be too much. That two-man game, I've never seen something like that before. I said on the show here that the Draymond Green, Stephen Curry two-man game was probably the best. But these two, we know with Steph Curry, he's the only one creating on offense where, of course, Draymond Green will just set screens and then lay the ball off to him. But this time around, Nikola Jokic is going to destroy you. Jamal Murray, when he has his day, is just a beast from another level. And they've created history once again, being the first duo to have a 30-point triple-double as teammates. It's not even in the NBA Finals, the whole of NBA history. In an NBA game, none of the teammates have ever had 30 points triple-double. So it's just amazing with the way the Denver Nuggets play. Now, George, what's your general overview of Game 3 at the Kaseya Center?
Okay, I would like to take it to Game 2. After the Miami Heat lost to the Denver Nuggets in Game 1, it was up to Miami Heat to make some kind of adjustment, and we saw that from Coach Spo. He brought in Kevin Love, he reduced Aaron Gordon's offensive burst and a whole lot. Now, after that helped them and they secured Game 2. We went into Game 3. We were expecting that Mike Malone and the Denver Nuggets should make some kind of adjustments, because in Game 2, to me, what let them down was they not being okay on the defensive end. They had some kind of miscommunications. They were not tracking back well. And also, Kevin Love entering the starting lineup and a whole lot made it difficult for Nikola Jokic to facilitate. Now, with this,
he only had 4 assists in Game 2.
Yes, and he even had more turnovers than assists in Game 2. In Game 3, they found that solution. Before the Denver Nuggets can win this chip, they are supposed to make Jamal Murray free. 2, they are supposed to also make Nikola Jokic, as he's a facilitator, they have to get him all around to do his work. And we saw that in Game 3, they did that. They were able to get these 2 people free and they were rolling. If you give Nikola Jokic that chance, he's going to facilitate. If you give Jamal Murray to that chance, he's a very good points guy and he's going to punish you. So to the Heat side, what they are supposed to do is that get back quickly on transition to defend, because when they come back on transition and they set up that their zone defense, it is very difficult. But this time around, they were struggling to get back on transitional defense. And the Denver Nuggets, bro, you have to give credit to Nikola Jokic. But I would like to talk about something before I end. The duos are doing their work. To me, they are helping the likes of KCP, Michael Porter Jr. because
who are struggling.
They are struggling. And if we move to Game 4 and because with this Miami Heat side, you have the likes of Gabe Vincent, you have Max Strus, Killer Martin. These are players that when they get their day, they are going to punish you. And you cannot rely solely on these duos to make their work, because this is a game. It's going to favor you sometimes. It's not going to favor you. So the role players must step up. And we are seeing KCP and Michael Porter Jr., they are struggling. So please, these guys, you have to step up for Denver to get their first chip in the NBA.
Teddy, we've spoken of Jimmy Butler, and this was his best offensive game. The first time he scored 28 points in the finals, but it still wasn't enough. Bam was also okay on offense, but still the Miami Heat failed to beat the Denver Nuggets where they were blown off. What do you think went wrong for the Heat in this game?
So first of all, the playoffs gives you the opportunity to win four games. So it's either you find out your problems or you go home. And I think Coach Malone has done a good job with finding a solution for Jokic's assistant problem. So I'll go to Brown. Brown was amazing in this game, scoring 15 points for a rookie who is playing in his first NBA finals. He's been amazing. And you see, KCP, like he said, KCP and Michael Porter Jr. are struggling. Michael Porter Jr. scored 2 points. KCP scored 6 points. And these players are supposedly like they are canon, like they are supposed to be shooting.
Yeah, of course.
They are the shooters of the Denver team. And you are struggling now. So it looks like for example, if Jokic is giving 10 assists to maybe KCP or Michael Porter Jr. on to shoot threes, that is if I give you 10 and you shoot, or that is 30 points. But then these guys are actually breaking the ball. They are shooting air balls and they are really struggling. And another problem for the Miami Heat is the early Gabe Vincent foul trouble.
Yeah,
I think
he already
had three fouls before halftime.
Time.
That was one of their problems, because in this whole series, Gabe Vincent has been their best shooter, 3-point shooter, and whenever he needs to take charge and then lead them, he actually takes charge. And with the bum problem and with the bum tried.
Bam has been playing excellent in the
this
finals.
game, you have to give props to Nikola Jokic. He actually was good on defense. He gave no chance to Bam to be able to feel comfortable like he felt in the game 1 and game 2. And this time he was actually tracking him, and you could see Bam was actually shooting air balls, which was not likely. It was something we were not seeing in the game 1 and the game 2. So Nikola Jokic actually stepped up on defense, and it wasn't like maybe Gordon was sliding in to help him. He was actually doing the work alone, and kudos to Jokic.
Now, when you speak of the numbers, one side where you have to look at critically was in game 1, we saw Aaron Gordon punish his mismatches. Anytime he got a smaller defender, he was scoring. In game 2, they limited that when they brought Kevin Love into the starting lineup. But I noticed something in game 3. The Denver Nuggets outscored the Miami Heat 60-34 points in the paint. So you could see they make good use of their size once again. Is it that this time around the Kevin Love introduction didn't work for the Miami Heat? What do you think happened?
You see, that's why I said it is the duels. When anytime Nikola Jokic is facilitating, he's moving the ball around, no matter how you try to defend, it's going to be difficult. When you double team Jokic, he's going to find Murray. And when Murray is on heat, he's going to shoot. As he said, if KCP, Michael Porter Jr. are shooting, no matter what you try to do, the facilitator there is always going to find them. And when they are hitting it, they'll hit you up. Bam and Kevin Love protecting the paint. You see, sometimes we have to rely on these people, but they are not cementing their name of being like these are centers that you could rely on. Moving into game 4, I would like to see that kind of cutoff. They should protect the paint. Game 2, we saw how they were good around the perimeter. They were trying to lock them up, and they were also being good at the offensive end. This time around, you are shooting 38 in the paint. And even around the perimeter, they made 11 threes. This is very awful, questionable, because this is a Miami Heat team that they are known for their shooting. And as you said in the previous videos, if you like to win them, take most of the advantages and shoot the ball. Just score. This is what is needed. So if the Miami Heat, and let's not forget that what they did to the Celtics, they can give you some kind of momentum, but they are stubborn.
They never go away. That is really one good thing about the Heat. Now, Teddy, we've seen how good the Denver Nuggets are. We know how good the Miami Heat are. But these two coaches, Michael Malone, we know he's very, very good on defense. We know we've seen throughout the whole of the playoffs that, in fact, when he gets you, he's not going to allow your scorers to have their day. But Jimmy Butler scored well. Bam Adebayo scored well. We didn't see much from the role players as we used to see. Caleb Martin didn't really give us that spark that he did when it was the Eastern Conference Finals time. But one player where we're expecting him to play this time around, Tyler Hero. I was expecting to hear, okay, Tyler Hero was going to play, but he didn't play. Do you think in game 4, because if they lose game 4, they're now 3-1 down, so it's surely a do or die situation for Expostra. Do you feel like he has to put pressure on Tyler Hero to just come back and then do something for them?
For someone who has actually missed most part of these playoffs and most part of the regular season, I don't think you have to put all your eggs in that basket. Even though Tyler Hero is one of the most prolific shooters for the Miami team, you don't actually have to if he comes, we'll win. You have to actually motivate your current players right now, your role players now, to be shooting more. Because Miami is a team where it's actually a give and take. So you win this game, the next game they come back harder and stronger. And talking about this Butler scored 28 points. And you see, with Aaron Gordon guarding
defending him
in the last 2 games, he had a problem with Aaron Gordon being on him. But in this time, whenever he holds the ball, they do the pick and roll, and he finds smaller players.
Guys.
And that was how he was able to quicken himself and actually get this 28 points. And with Murray, you see that the game Miami equalized to the 1-1. it was Butler who was on Murray, and then this time, whenever Murray gets the ball, there's this pick and roll action with Nikola Jokic, which actually blocks Butler away from Murray to be able to do whatever he's doing. And in this game, when KCP and then Michael Porter Jr. were actually not shooting their threes, Murray was doing the work. He was shooting. Even at a point, I think he had an injury on his arm, on his hand.
Yeah,
but then
he kept feeling his hand throughout the whole game.
This is what the playoffs is about. This is what it's about. Even when you
some Mamba vibes, some Kobe vibes.
See, even when your neck is broken, you have to twist it back.
They don't break ankle. You put no talk this thing. They don't break.
No,
they don't twist ankle. You put no talk this thing.
At the hill. But then you see, this is something like they have to learn from. Whenever you are down, just get up. Just get up and just keep on playing, because he could have been like, okay, I'll go to the dressing room and then take care of me, or I'll miss the game. But then he came back and then he was giving them. And you see, the game was so close in the sense that it got to a point where when Murray just started shooting well, they just blew them off. And that is what the playoffs is about. Whenever you are not seeing, like, you are not being able to play well, or you're even hurt, come back and just do your job. And Murray, Charlie, kudos to you.
To add on what he said, you see, this is a Nuggets side. They don't have a Draymond Green. They don't have a Butler in their team, in their locker room. So it is Coach Malone who is energizing, and he's doing so well. So credits to them, but let's not forget this Heat side, then be very stubborn.
Yeah.
If Killer Martin, Max Strus, Gabe Vincent, and even Kyle Lowry step up, bro, you go hard give them.
They really have a lot of problems. Now, finally, before we leave, there's one player we have to highlight. In fact, he's been consistent throughout of the finals, and it's no other than the Joker himself. Nikola Jokic has created history once again, being the first ever player in the NBA finals to score 30 plus points, 20 rebounds, and 10 assists. How crazy is that? We know he's the triple-double king, but he's doing it at an even higher level, surpassing the likes of Will Chamberlain and co. Now, when you speak of Nikola Jokic, we all know he's now the superstar of the Denver Nuggets, but a lot of people have slept on him for so many times because he's not the most pleasing to watch as an NBA fan. He's not athletic. He's not got handles as we'd love to see. What excites you most about Nikola Jokic, and what impressed you most about how he's played in the finals?
His decision making. A center playing like a point guard. He's facilitating, bro. Steph Curry work, like he can shoot, he can pass the ball so well, post play, everything about, and he lives a simple life. That is what I like about him. He's that guy. He doesn't chirp too much. He's not even on social media. He doesn't chirp too much. We just get onto the court and we do our work. I can't remember. He was like, the NBA is getting to some points whereby you are come to play a game and you are so more about fashion. Yeah. He just gets his youth. He's
fight for the quarter. His brothers come fight.
I saw his brothers fighting with the Miami fans.
He's just doing his work. He's paying his dues. And Charlie, I would like to see him win, but to me, I want Jimmy Butler to win. Because people, they compare him to Dwayne and stuff like that. So he must also get that chip for the Heat so that he go fit cement in him.
There are a lot of legacies on the line. Teddy, your final thoughts on Nikola Jokic and how great he has been. I don't think we've ever seen a center like this. He's probably a mix of different centers. So how good has Nikola Jokic been to you? So
for Nikola Jokic to be able to play at this kind of level, it's based on his confidence and then the belief the organization and then the coach has in him.
He was picked at number 41 in the draft, and that time they show advert, you know,
and it looks like this is a player where he's not athletic, he's not pleasing to look at, he's not dunking, there's nothing special about him. So you see, with the kind of confidence the coach has in him, they run so much plays around him. Almost 90% of their plays is around Nikola Jokic. And when your team has this kind of trust in you, this kind of confidence, this kind of belief in you, so it's like, okay, if you have this kind of belief in, because when he entered the league, he wasn't playing like this. He wasn't playing like this. So it was when they started making the plays around him.
In fact, when he was on the Denver Nuggets at first, there was even arguments that maybe Jamal Murray was the number one option on the team, but I think it's clear now.
And one other thing is, you see, on most other teams, the first guy and then the second seat guy, it's not clear. We don't know who is the first guy and who is the second guy. But with the Denver Nuggets, it's so clear. And if Jamal Murray has actually understood the Batman, the Robin rule, that I'm the second guy,
and he has embraced
it. And so you see that also gives you Nikola Jokic also the confidence to be able to do whatever he's doing. Because now I'm not playing the game thinking, oh, when is the final shot? Who is taking it?
Yeah.
You see, I'm playing with a mind where I know I'm the guy, I'm the go-to guy. I have to do my job, and then he has been amazing. I don't think we'll see a big guy like him in a long time.
Yeah.
In a long time.
No.
But a lot of people could learn from him. Now, we'll take your predictions. Game 4, who's winning? We are going back to Miami in 2 days' time. So on Friday, we'll see game 4. George, who's winning quickly?
Miami.
So you have Miami tying the series.
Yeah.
Steady.
Oh, Denver is going to.
If they go to you, and I think the series will be ended.
They have to see. They have to put everything on the line and win, because if you go back to Denver, you are not going to win there.
With the high altitude.
The altitude.
But they've been the first team
You
to
don't
also
go
win
feel
there.
brief, you don't go feel brief,
So they
sir.
have that kind of track record.
It was. You see, sometimes I attributed that win to luck, because if you see Jamal Murray, a crunch guy like that, when he go miss that kind of shot, he be luck to me. So they have to put everything on the line, bro. Jimmy Butler and Bama Adebayo. Hey, if wherever you go versus then get that kind of energy can play, just because you can't let this finals go like that. No, you have to give us a competitive finals.
Yeah.
Make we tie and go to them. Yeah, Charlie.
Where you see, say, we were talking about this in the Celtics game, where we don't understand why Bam and Butler is not performing, but the team is actually leading, or they've actually tied the series. So in a sense, where in this going into this game, their shooters must, their role players must be up to par. They must be scoring. When you get the ball, shoot and shoot to score, not just shoot to miss or shoot to airball. Just shoot, and they have to be prolific with their shooting, because anytime Miami is leading and then Butler and Bam are not playing well, it is their role players who are shooting better. And Gabe Vincent should be very careful with the foul shot, because Charlie, they really
hurts them. Charlie, expect the Kaseya Center to be buzzing, because game 4, the Miami Heat would like to put everything on the line, like George said. Teddy also feels the Denver Nuggets are going to take the victory in game 4.
I hear
you.
I'm back.
I hear you. So then the Nuggets are on the quest to create history. They are 2 wins away from grabbing their first ever NBA championship, and I think we know who will be Finals MVP. Of course,
so
Nikola Jokic, with the way he's playing. So Charlie, thanks for watching the video. We had Teddy and George do this with excellent analysis. Game 4 Friday, then go sport it. We go see who go carry the victory. Charlie, George, carry we go.
Oh yeah, Charlie. My shout out there today, there be 2.
Hey.
Shout out to my little sister, Charlie. They can't go to school. Make she do everything. They learn. Then also shout out to Joshaphat. He really
Charlie,
knows.
we hear that Charlie, thanks for watching the video. Like the video if you enjoyed this one. Subscribe to the channel, and we're out.